There's a big spider. You stay up there.
I didn't see the light till I was already a man. By then, it was blinding.
Oh, yep, that was blinding.
Temu, Temu, Temu. Even more Temu.
I'm back. I'm back with Temu, Temu, Tiamo, Teamo. Is it Temu or Temu? Or Tomo? Okay, so in a previous video, I put these Temu, we're gonna just call them Temu, okay? Oh, these intros are getting worse. So in a previous video, I put these Temu markers up against their legitimate competitors. And they weren't so bad, actually. They weren't good. They just weren't awful. Anyway, I figured let's test them again and actually give them a real test. A real go on some different paper types, on their paper. Yeah, these guys actually have their own paper. The audacity. The audacity to steal the name and then make your own paper. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Why is this so creased? Who hurt you? Repeated stacking. I don't know what that means. Non-staining. Non-staining. What is that? Non-staining. It's paper. The entire point of paper is that it stains. This is going to be that double-sided paper thing all over again. That's why our marker book is made from environmentally friendly and renewable paper. Plus it's double-sided. What do you mean it's double-sided? Paper glossy. Thanks for telling me. Stay true. Stay true? It's stay true? What in the therapy paper is this? Oh, I've already used it. Stay true. Stay true to... Stay true. Stay true. So before we get started with today's video, I gotta figure out what it is that I wanna draw, and... Aha. Helden zum Ausmalen. In my last video, you guys were saying that this book was really cool and you wanted it. You wanted more of it. So das ist fantastisch because it means I don't have to do any artwork. I just color straight away. Like, I'm not lazy, I just don't feel like drawing right now. I will do some artwork later on. I promise. It's just nice that I get to color. I'm really lazy in my videos. No, actually, I'm not. This is becoming a recurring thing. I'm about to start monologuing. So I get asked this question a lot, and it is, how do I get over art block? People say to me all the time, they don't feel like drawing. What do I do with art block? Don't draw. Don't art. Like, I don't get going out block. I don't get not playing video games block. You know what I mean? If you don't want to do something, you are under no obligation to do it. If you have art block, you probably don't want to draw. It's perfectly okay to not want to draw. Take a break. Do something you like. Find a new hobby, learn a new skill. And today's sponsor, Skillshare, makes it even easier to turn your I want tos into I made it happen. Let's say you're exhausted of the repetitive art cycle, a very common cause of art block. Why not branch out and try a new form of art? I myself have recently branched out into character creation and have begun using Skillshare classes specifically from creators like Jazza to learn the process in how to make my own characters. But if character creation isn't for you, Skillshare is the largest online learning community for creatives with thousands of classes led by industry experts across film, illustration, design, and more. Skillshare can help take your career, skills, hobbies, passions, and side hustles to the next level. There's even classes to learn how to grow your own YouTube channel. So join Skillshare today by clicking the link down below in the description of this video. And the first 500 people to join Skillshare using my link will get 1 month premium for free. A big thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring us today, and who knows, maybe soon I will have a class for you to join over on Skillshare. All right, so what am I going to color? Okay, what am I? Isn't that? I did the same style of line work in my last video. Oh, I did that. Oh, that's pencil. All right, what are we gonna color? Spider-Man. If I color Spider-Man again, I think I'm gonna lose like 50. Oh, that image. I mean, we've been here before, my friend. The Kid Arachnid. Wait, Venom Strike. Wait, is that Miles? Oh, look, there's Miles again. Green Goblin. Perfecto shots. We're gonna go for this. Kürbis Bomben. That's pumpkin bombs. You didn't know. I read German. Oh, look, it's the other green thing. The problem is this isn't double-sided paper, unlike a certain amazing product. We don't have a double-sided coloring book yet. So we're gonna ruin the lizard or we're gonna ruin Green Goblin. We're obviously gonna choose the Green Goblin. So let's get those diabolical markers out of this box. Okay then, I won't lie to you. I don't actually know if I've done a proper intro yet. I have no idea where I'm going with any of this video. Hello markers, my old friend. Hang on, these caps are very accurate to the colors. I don't believe any of it. I don't have a reference of the Green Goblin, so we're just gonna see what happens. I could Google a reference, but again, I can't be bothered. It just gets worse and worse as the days go on. Okay, so I've not even set up the camera again. It's just getting worse. Why did I just do a 360 of my desk? I just went all the way around to get the SD card as well. The camera's over there. This is getting, I promise I am not drunk. All right, we need some greens for the Green Goblin. Emerald green doesn't look right, but that green does. What on earth was that stutter? I forgot that these pens don't smell. I shouldn't be doing that. But it's actually amazing that these pens do not smell. Usually when you get a marker, and in fact some of the cheaper markers, they do tend to smell like the end. Also, I like this square design. I like that brands are going into square designs. I like it, it feels nice. Look at that, elegant. Smooth. I forgot how good these pens are. This is ridiculous. Dude, like I so forgot how good these were. I didn't even tell you how much they cost. Oh, it's so good. If these were a brush marker, these would probably end up becoming my favorite pen. Like, this is one of the best fine nibs I've ever used in terms of the feeling of it. I'm not saying that the inks and everything like that are amazing, but I think that hey, what? This is the same color as the base. Why is it so much darker on the second? What did it change? This is suddenly darker than the second layer, but it's on the second layer and it's, what was that noise? All right, let's go for this one then. Oh, it's so good. Oh, this is fantastic. This is amazing. Like, this is where am I looking? I don't even, this is great. Is it going through? Oh, it's gone through. I went through that as well. Now that's, okay. So some people out there are gonna get up in arms about the markers that go through things. Markers aren't really the only factor when it comes to the bleeding. That's the paper's responsibility. The paper has a duty and most papers don't care, especially not in coloring books. That is why we have the Ohuhu marker pad. This marker pad is a double-sided paper, which means that you can use markers on one side, on the back side. I got a video about this, got 2 videos about this. Check them out. But seriously, don't always fault the markers for bleeding through. It's not the marker's fault, it is the paper's fault. The markers are just markers at the end of the day. Hashtag blame paper. I mean, even this was done with high quality markers, I believe. And you can see the problems we have. How many layers did it go through? Ha! This one sheet basically just destroyed the book. Okay. The markers even sound good. Be careful of the caps because I have a stutter. I used to cut it out of videos, but now I'm keeping it in because it's funny. But yeah, the caps will pinch your fingers. Can we address that the colors are matching the caps in a phenomenal way? I mean, it's basically the colors that it says it is. So that's amazing. If you guys use alcohol markers, you know exactly what I'm talking about with that. That is a huge issue. Some of the biggest brands out there actually struggle with color matching their caps to the inks. So yeah, I gotta give praise to these markers for actually getting that right. On these 3, I should say. We're nowhere near deep enough into that box to find out, but as it stands right now, this is just... Yeah, so during this video, I'm gonna be testing various types of paper with these markers. I'm also gonna be putting them up against maybe another set of markers just for the fun of it. You know what? It's a good idea. One of my favorite things that I see people saying to me is, why do you color in children's coloring books? You know, where's the fun in that? When you're a professional artist and you are able to draw, thank you. Why are you using coloring books whenever you do your colorings? I'll tell you the truth. It's not because I'm lazy. The drawing is actually a very exciting part of the artwork and I do love drawing. It's actually because I find that cheap paper is more enjoyable to use. Coloring books are more enjoyable to use. You see, coloring books have no expectation. So when people see you using a coloring book, they automatically expect the artwork to be bad, which means that there is no pressure, there is no stress on you to create good artwork. It means that you're free to explore yourself in your artistic nature. And yourself if you want. But the point is, the paper is so bad as well, or it tends to be so bad that it bleeds a lot. The pens will bleed. So no matter what you're using, you're always gonna have a difficult time in creating artwork, and the bleed is actually sometimes very beneficial. If the markers that you use aren't of a high quality, blending is a nightmare to say the least. With a cheap piece of paper, paper actually does the blending for you. So yeah, don't be ashamed of using a coloring book. A coloring book is a great tool, it's a great asset, and even if you're a skilled artist or someone who is very, very, very efficient at art, it doesn't matter. There is no ego in art. Art is supposed to be a therapy, it's supposed to be enjoyable, it's supposed to be something that you can do in your downtime, something that you can do to de-stress. It is not always supposed to be serious. I dare say it should never be serious. But that's just me. I do want to say that this fine point is absolutely fantastic. It really does allow you a little bit of versatility here in doing some of the medium sizes and those really, really fine points, because if you turn that marker right side up, you can get really close to where you want to get to without any issues. And the bleed on this paper doesn't really seem too bad, which means I don't have to worry about anything. That said, in the medium areas and those that are a little bit larger, these markers are terrible. Okay, so for now, I'm gonna stop. I'm not gonna be coloring in the rest of that image just yet. We will at the end of the video. But for now, I wanna see what these markers are capable of on other sheets of paper. Starting with this. Layout semi-transparent white, extra blank semi-transparent, thinner paper and opaque, applied to marker pencil, technical pen. Interesting, stay true. Yeah, I really want to see what these are like on this. In the previous experiment that I did with it, this paper is so weird. It's very rubbery. It has a very unusual texture to it. It's very thick. It feels gummy. I'm really excited to draw on this, I'll be honest with you. I want to see what this is like to draw on first. It is a Temu product as well, so that still covers me. I'm not actually just exclusively using the pens. Let's do a drawing. Chunky pencil, chunk. Dun, 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 dun. What do I draw? Back to this again. Oh, look what I got, guys. A. Oh, it broke. Well, that lasted. Right, I got a Pokeball, Dragon Ball. If I can't open you, I'm gonna throw you. Just, you've been warned. I'm gonna draw whatever's inside this. So. That's really cool as well. I don't know if this was from Temu. Not gonna lie, this is actually really well made. This is fantastic. Freezer, 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 freezer. How am I gonna draw you? Very uncooperative. So I'm gonna attempt to draw Freezer in the exact same pose. Let's see how this goes. Sketching Freezer's head on a paper. The heck is this paper? This paper doesn't feel good. It feels like there's something on my hands, like every time I touch it, but there's nothing there. It's just when you're making contact with the paper, it feels chalky. It doesn't feel nice. What's that? Is that a spot? Oh no, he's still up there. Would you make a friend? Maybe some Dragon Ball fans out there right now, angry at the fact that I'm gonna do a chibi, right? I want to feel your anger. Use it. Leave a comment under this video. Pick up your pencil and strike me down. Oh, my content's getting worse and worse as the days go on. The paper itself and the texture of the paper actually doesn't feel bad, but the Freezer of lipstick, I don't remember Freezer's lips being so red. But yeah, the grit of the paper feels quite nice. It's not terrible, but the feeling of it is just weird. When it touches your skin, it's just not nice.
I'm Freezer, galactic ruler of this desk. Oh, shall feel pain.
It just looks like an angry child. Oh, why are you guys so far away? Oh, that's better. All right, so I did it again. I've been gone for a few days. Yeah, so this is kind of my thing now. If I don't want to do artwork and I give up on doing artwork, I stop, I walk away, I come back when I feel like doing artwork. And I think this is a very healthy approach. It's making me feel better about myself. Nah, that's a lie. But it's allowing me to produce content that I'm proud of and happy about and I enjoy. So with that being said, let's have a look at what I've done because I did finish Freezy Pop.
Freezer.
That was just terrible. I think it looks pretty cool actually. Right? Yeah, this has kind of got a bit of a freezer aesthetic to it. It's, you know, maybe. But drawing on this paper, as I said, is fine actually. It feels weird. It feels like you're carrying chalk. But other than that, it's actually really nice to draw on and I do like it, so yeah. So we're gonna test the markers on the paper. Oh, I f***ed up. Awesome. Freezer is white and a bit of purple. How am I gonna test the markers? Oh, I didn't think at all. Well. All right, so I guess we're just gonna be testing gray. What kind of gray should I use? Warm gray 1, warm gray 3, warm gray 8, warm gray 5. Well, this is a pleasant surprise. It's actually a really good range of gray. If you know me, gray is, I rave about gray. I love gray. I think it's kind of the only color that you should prioritize in your sets of markers. Gray is so versatile. Not only can it be used on its own, but it can be used to overlay a single color to create different gradient shifts and tones. If you want to make shadows, just use warm gray, use a cool gray. You don't need to buy 3 different types of red, 3 different types of blue. You can just get gray and it will work across the blue, the red, and the green areas, just like that. So, I'm gonna do some cell shadowing. Cell shading. I'm gonna do some cell shading. Oh, Freezer. Allow me to color you, my darling. Let's see. How does Freezer look? Oh, this is... Oh, it's weird. Oh, I don't like this. Look at, this is already out of control. No. Oh, this is terrible. This is not, this is awful. This is awful. This may be the worst paper I've ever used. The resistance between the marker and the paper is intense. I feel like I am dragging the marker. Like, can I get close with the mic so you can hear this? I'm not sure how well you can sort of pick up on what the issue is there, but to move the marker across the paper, it sticks. It sticks. This is like awful. What's it like adding another tone? I mean, the colors are great, but like you can see how patchy the tone is. You just can't get an even tone with this. It's not good. Maybe it's the marker. It was the marker. No problem. Yeah, it's acting like a felt marker. This isn't good. So if you do a single layer, you're pretty good. Nah, look at it. It's no. What is happening here? It's like watercolor. This is, where's it going? I'm not even, oh, it's bleeding so much. What's happening here? What is with this? This is madness. It's soaked. Look at it. It's just leaking. You know what the best part is? This paper is made by the same company. Or is it? Yes. Yes, it is.
This has got to be the worst experience I've ever had of using markers.
Oh, what's that? This whole day is ruined by these markers. Black works well. And there you go. Freezer is complete. So, yeah. The paper is good for pencils. The paper is good for pens. The paper is not good for markers. I don't want to use that paper anymore, but I am going to use the markers on some serious paper now. I'm in enough pain. Yo-hoo-hoo marker pad. Now, In my opinion, this is probably the best paper on the market right now. It's brand new, and I have done a sponsored video as well as a video review that was separate, wasn't sponsored, so you can check that out, see both of them, and decide for yourself what you think about this. But yeah, really good paper. It is completely It's completely bleed proof. That'll work. And you cannot seem to get anything to go through to the other side of a sheet of paper, which is really, really, really impressive. Now, before I actually go anywhere with this, I want to do a couple of just generic, artist tests that artists do. And scribble, see if there's any bleed here. Obviously, oh, wow. When somebody says that paper doesn't make a difference, unfollow them. Dude, it's like so fast. Slippery, slidey. The color is, look at that color. Guys, you can get variations in lines. And it doesn't bleed through, which is just like, how? Let's check out the layering process. Okay, so when they dry, see if we get some of the, that looks fantastic. You wouldn't be able to tell that these aren't like a Winsor & Newton or a Ohuhu or something. That's... Temu art supplies, are they worth it? For the paper, no. Absolutely not. But the markers, look, they're not the best markers. They're minimalistic, they're not outstanding, but they get the job done. They apply color in a pretty good way, and they're cheap, and you can't knock a bargain. Guys, thank you so much for sticking it out with me this far into a video. I apologize that these videos are getting a bit longer than my usual content, or maybe you like that. I do hope you're all enjoying this new vlog style of art video that I'm doing. I'm very much enjoying it. I'm having a lot of fun making these videos, and I do hope you are as well. Watching them. I do hope you're enjoying watching them. Before I sign off, I want to give a quick thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video and remind you to use the link down below in the description to join Skillshare. And remember, the first 500 of you to use that link down below gets 1 month premium for free. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. I look forward to seeing you all again in the next one. Until next time, take care. Bye-bye. 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 Bye.